The Vesica Piscis is where they intersect. It is the intersection, the space of gnosis, where divine knowledge is birthed within matter. So that fish symbol goes back to early Gnostic Christians who used the fish as a code for the crystals because the Vesica Piscis forms the fish shape and thus it hides the mystery of the grail, which is the birth of the divine within the human. Remember, occult symbolism always has dual meanings. There's the exoteric outside meaning, and there's the esoteric meaning, which those who are within the know will be able to understand. So we're dealing with the eye of insight when we're talking about the Vesica Piscis. Many Gnostics view this shape as the eye of God. And that means to see through illusion, right? It means to be able to see through the illusion. So it's the window of direct knowing. This is the meaning behind the all-seeing eye. It's being able to see with the overlap of vision, right? So when we're talking about occult knowledge, when we're looking at the Vesica Piscis, it's dealing with initiation. Now, in many of our occult traditions, such as ceremonial magic, you have the chalice, which is the Vesica Piscis, which represents receptive energy or the womb of the Great Mother. Then you have the sword or wand, which represents the penetrating force. So their union produces manifestation. Many ritual tools are designed with this hidden geometry. Go back and look at the movie The Da Vinci Code. There's a reason Tom Hanks took that particular role. He's very intentional with the roles that he plays. He doesn't just randomly play a role, right? So go back and watch that movie. Most people know the grail as the chalice that Jesus used at the Last Supper or the vessel that caught his blood at the crucifixion. But within the mystery schools, right, this story is an outer veil for an inner teaching. Again, there's the meaning for the people outside of the path and the journey, and then there's the meaning for the people who are initiated in the know. So the cup, when we're talking about in mystery schools, that story and that deeper meaning, the cup, right? The cup is not an object, but it is a state of being. And they showed this in a hidden way in the movie because but what they did was they flipped it and made it about a bloodline. It was a discreet way of really trying to show you what's within you. And I'm not saying that to say that there was no person historically, right, that may have attributed in some way to the myths that the Christ story was built on. Now, it's not to say that, because there's very well a possibility that there was a person or actually maybe even people who exhibited these qualities because we talk about Christ consciousness, right? But that is the reason why, they have to flip it and give you two different things. So the outer myth of it is that the chalice or the cup has miraculous power, right? And it's hidden, is guarded only to be revealed to those who are worthy. But the inner reality of it is that about a vessel of consciousness capable of holding the divine essence. It's also why there was point to a woman in